Absa is approaching the High Court to have the Public Prosecutor findings, or rather Public Protector, on the findings the Bankruptcy loan set aside. The banks want the findings to be reviewed. The Public Protector said Absa should pay back the 1.1 billion rand loan gained from SA Reserve Bank during apartheid era. Absa is also posing recommendations to have Reserve Bank powers reviewed by the Parliament. Well, political analyst Mr. Tepo Khadima joins us on the phone line to unpack further details on this. A very good morning to you, Mr. Khadima, and thank you so much for joining us this morning right here on 8 on 7. Just talk us through with regards to your reaction on the latest move by Absa, which is set to approach the High Court to have the Public Protector's findings on the Bankruptcy loan set aside. What do you make of this?
Look, it is essentially a delaying tactic. The evidence is overwhelming that Absa was given a gift unlawfully, irregularly, and that loan stands to be repaid or stands to be returned to the South African Reserve Bank. And the Public Proector was quite correct to have found that both the South African Reserve Bank as well as the South African government failed in their constitutional duty and obligations to have to recover that money. It will be interesting to see what course of action or what arguments Absa will be able to adduce to say that the money was not payable, because everything else to date has only confirmed that here we have an institution that was given a gift that was not supposed to have been. And it is astonishing that the board of directors of Absa can continue to hold the line that they are doing and even abuse the process, their rights, by now having to take that report on review. If they were indeed an institution that would like everybody to believe that they are ethical in their conduct and that they got the moral compass right, most certainly by now they should have seen the light and return this 1.1 billion rand gift. And in fact, they should have been thankful that it is not the 3.2 billion rand, which would have included interest, as initially was thought to have been due and payable. But this just shows you that in South Africa, the big corporate companies, the moneyed corporations, they have got no due regard for the rule of law. They've got no due regard for this constitution. And their conduct, unfortunately, is going to cause amongst the normal citizens a state of hopelessness, which would lead to self-help. And self-help is anarchy. So these corporations, they are irresponsible in the manner that they do. And Absa specifically, in this instance, is highly irresponsible for it to continue to deny that the money is due and payable.
Now, Mr. Khadima, looking at the entire matter and the entire trial, how do you expect the matters to pan out at the High Court? Is Absa set to succeed in their quest?
Look, essentially, a corporation, a big corporation like Absa, will be hiring an army of lawyers to go and try and bring weight to court why they should not be paying this 1.1 billion rand. And that might eventually end up at the Constitutional Court in 2 years from now. So effectively here you've got the corporation that is using its financial might to abuse the citizens of the country. And that should not be allowed. The questions now need to really be directed at the board of directors of Absa, that are they acting in the best interest of the bank? And the answer is a simple no, because the reputation of the bank is completely tarnished. If they have not come to that realization, maybe they need to wake up. The corporations or Absa Bank's reputation is completely tarnished by themselves, by the board of directors of Absa, who continue to be unrepentant without realizing that, in fact, they were saved by the taxpayer, and if anything, the taxpayer has only had hardship, or the citizens of this country have only had hardship. This is unacceptable conduct, and it is astonishing that we find that Absa in this case is being supported by the likes of Corruption Watch, is being supported by the majority of the political parties, including the governing party, that is completely silent. The African National Congress is silent, and therefore meaning that they are in support of the EFF, in support of the Democratic Alliance et al., and more so the other organizations, the so-called Save South Africa. When they're supposed to be saving South Africa, they are nowhere to be found.
I actually do get your point over there. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Unfortunately, I will have to interject over there. Well, that was political analyst Mr. Tshepo Kgadima. Just unpacking more details.